Hello, peeps. It's your boy, Cooking with Ron. Who else could this be? So, I was at my favorite food line, and Wednesdays usually are the best days to go shopping at the food line because that's usually markdown day. I got this now because it was in the deep freezer. Some of the writing has kind of worn off, but this is how many pounds? Looked like it was originally 6 pounds. It kind of worn off. It's kind of hard to see. Discounted down to $6.57. And I'm going to take this. And yeah, this is a bucket to the Instant Pot. You know it, baby. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I'm going to see how many dishes I can make out of this. So I'm going to take this, and of course I got to wash it. I'm going to put it in here with some water, and I'm going to put the insert in it, and I'm just going to let it sit inside on steam setting, of course, for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's going to make the meat nice and tender. So I can make some shredded pork with this. I got a really interesting idea, maybe with some devil eggs, pork, something crazy, but it doesn't matter. You know how I roll. I come up with an idea on the fly. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it's but we're going to find out if it works out or not. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in the whip. I'm going to go ahead and cut this up and clean it. And we're going to put, let's look at what 4 ounces of this is 210 calories. See if you guys see that. 210 calories for 4 ounces. And this is, I think, about 6 pounds. So it's a lot of food, a lot of unhealthiness, but we're going to eat it anyway, right? Alright, guys. Let me clean the meat up and get this in the instant. We'll come. I'll be back when it's ready. Peeps, you know who it is, right? Stop playing. Remember what I was putting in the Instant Pot? Yeah. Looky. Now let's see how tender this is. Look at that. Meat comes right off the bone. See, I don't even have to put a whole lot of effort. I'm being careful because I don't want the whole thing to fall apart in my hand. But look at that. Look at that. Now what we're going to do is we just pretty much going to take, and I'm trying to figure out, we're going to try this container first. We're going to take some of this. We're going to take some of this. Okay. Now, I'm going to take it. Now, what you could do, because since this is cooked so tender, we can either do a couple things. We can shred this up and make some pork barbecue. Now, all this was pretty much cooked by steam. Now, you're going to be able to look. If you look very carefully, you hear that? That's a bone. But the meat, we're just going to see if we can just pull this meat right off this bone. What we're going to do is called meat separation. See this? Not very much effort for something that's been. All right, so I'm going to pull the bone. Oops, that is hot. See, look at that. All that's done from the power of steam. You see, that's a little piece of fat. Yeah, I don't want none of that. And that's why I said be careful, because as soon as you start picking up, the meat starts to separate fairly easy. And if you see, I pretty much take a fork and just do a smash.
And there's a lot of good old broth in here. Now, there's a couple of things we can do with this broth. One, you can use it to make some gravy with. You can toss it out. Try to see if I can. The only problem with this is the meat gets so tender, it just hard to handle. And it tends to fall apart fairly easily. All right, so that is pretty much how you turn pork shoulder into whatever you want it to. Now this is, I think I'm gonna make some pulled pork with this. Use some barbecue sauce, something else, some other special ingredient. I'll probably try with some man, which I've done that before. That's not bad. Barbecue sandwich, barbecue what's called. There's something I wanted to try, and I might try it in this experiment with using some of this. Everybody like devil eggs, right? But you ever had a devil egg full with pork? Oh. I was trying to do that Dr. Evil thing. I couldn't. I think I just jacked it all up. But never mind. Look at that. So this part is done. So we already have all I have to do now is just take it, drain it. I'm gonna put a little of this broth in it so that the meat doesn't dry out. But other than that, that is pretty much the result of what happens when you put pork shoulder in an Instafryer. You get instantly easy mush meat, or what I call easier to manage meat. Ooh, that is hot. This is the little insert I was telling you guys about, what I had the meat sitting on. That's pretty much all it is. A bunch of broth and some pork, still some pork shoulder left. And I'm going to go ahead and finish cleaning this up, because now I need a spoon and stuff, because this meat is just not going to transfer well. And then we're going to start off on a couple of dishes that we going to make out of this pulled pork shoulder. Of course, I'm going to take a little bit of this broth and put in here. Just in case I decide I want to get jiggy with it. All right, peeps. Until I get the stuff cleaned up and put away and stored, then we're going to go to one of a few recipes we're going to give a try. Things you can do with pork shoulder in an Instant Pot. I'll be back. All right, peeps. Yo, yeah. So, part one, what you can do with pulled pork. So the first thing we're going to do with pulled pork is, you ever had any of this? Yeah, you normally add hamburger to it? No, but we're going to add pork to this baby. Yeah, baby, yeah. This is some of the pulled pork that I had made. And you can use your hands, gloves, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Just take it. Now, this can is supposed to support roughly, what was it, 2 pounds, I think it was? But you know how we do it. We go by feel. Sometimes I go by pound, but you know, depends on my mood and how I want to do it. Oh, let me turn this down so you can actually see what I'm doing. All I'm just doing is just separating the meat a little bit, make it a little bit easier to mix it in with all the goodness. You know what I was thinking about doing? Add some extra onions and maybe some green peppers to this. Yummy, yummy, yummy. You know, I may just do that anyway. Just because I can. There we go, during the daytime. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Is that a bone? No. Okay. Don't do it. Don't do what I do. Because this pot is actually lit. And it's a little warm. But, I'm just trying to heat up the meat before I add some sauce. Okay. I really think I'm going to go cut up some veggies and add to this. I know you pretty much with manwich, you don't really need to add anything else. But you know, you deal with cooking with Ron, so I don't go by those rules. Pure porky. This is probably going to be enough. But if not, I can always add more. And yes, you do hear this pan on. I have it on low heat, but it is what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash this gook off my hands, put the sauce in, and I'm going to go cook some, dice up some onions and green peppers. I'll be right back with you. Back. This is a combination of onions and, you look up under there, there's some green peppers under there. I just stacked on this on top of it. So we're just going to take a little bit of this, sprinkle on top of there. Now it's time to open up the can. Look like my son has had a field day with my can opener because it looks like it's quite bent. Let's see if you can get you to last long enough to get you open. Look at that. Oh yeah. We're gonna take this nice goodness, pour it right over on top of this. You see that? Mm-hmm. Now, I'm pouring out of the can. I want to get as much of that sauce as I can get out of it. Might as well, because it's just gonna get. What you don't take out, just gonna get washed out when you put it in the recycle. And cans are the most recyclable item, so you should not be throwing these things in the trash can. Let it become a wash machine. Oh boy. Now I'm gonna turn the heat up a little bit more. And I think I want a little bit more meat in this. This might be good enough. Let's see. That actually does look good, like it's good enough. Alright. let this simmer for a little bit. And when this is ready, we're going to do a quick taste test. Delicious. Nice trick. Peeps, well, I went to go publish this video and I realized part of it didn't get recorded. So I'm going to reenact the part that didn't get recorded, which was the part of the taste test. Snacky cake. It's had that manwich type smell to it. Not bad. But there's something missing. But it's not bad. Maybe a pinch of salt. But it's not bad. So what do I think about using pork shoulder, pork butt? What's a couple other names they have it? Pork steak. Depends on where you get it, who you buy it from. Can it be used as a meat alternative to manwich? Absolutely. But they taste very much different. And the difference isn't the good or bad, is it just tastes different. So, how would I rate this? If you are on a carb-restricted diet, I would probably not use bread. I would probably use lettuce or something other, or use a low-carb bread or a tortilla shell that is low-carb. Still the same thing. But it's good. If I had to rate it, I'll rate it about 7.5. It's not bad. You're not going to fall in love with it. But it is something quick, easy that you can make using a pork shoulder. And I showed you the pork shoulder that I had was 6 pounds, and I got it for like $6 and some odd change. That is a multifaceted meal. And I still have enough to do some other things with it. So I'll be back with you guys. Take care of yourselves.